Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is Ankit here, and let's begin our market coverage for it's a Thursday, February the 20th. Let's get into it. As always, we'll be taking a look at broader market analysis, take a look at what's happening in those sector analysis, take a look at the heat map, and then we'll take a look at some possible setups ahead. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer: this video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
Now, let's just get into our market analysis and just take a look at the day and the numbers today. You can see that today was a bit of a negative day. So looking at the headlines, again, we didn't have anything pressing on the docket, but the S&P did pull back after breaking out yesterday. Yesterday looks like it broke out, but then again, no confirmation. So we are kind of back in the range. So it seems like market's just going to consolidate around that resistance level. Now, the market sentiment overall remains bullish, but it seems like markets are still more hesitant in the US, especially if you take a look at market overseas, like you take a look at market in Brazil or take a look at the Hang Seng index. Like those markets are ripping higher. So it seems like it's just the US market that's constrained here. Now, if you take a look at the numbers today, you can see that Dow Jones took the most hit today, 1%, and the small caps, S&P and the Qs were down like 0.5%. So again, they were down a lot more, but then they paired up some of the losses during the day today. So it was, initial move to the downside, and then we just had a bit of a recovery towards the, to the second half of the day. So when we take a look at the chart here, and this is where I want to point out to, is how important it is to take a look at these confirmation or resistance points. You can see that this thing, it did break out higher. Now it's back in the range. So we are in this range beyond price action. That's likely to continue. Now, if I take a look at the numbers today, the advanced decline ratio, 57 to 39. Again, looking at the plus minus 50 MA. So this number is improving a little bit here, 61% now. We have mostly 50-50. Things have kind of improving over here. So it looks like some of the rallies broadening here. But when you take a look at the heat map today, you can see that there was definitely pockets of strength, and there was some pocket of weakness. And some of the big stuff like Amazon, Google, they seems to be pulling back a little bit, but there's definitely some pockets here where we're seeing a little bit more energy. So looking at our outlook, has anything changed? Nothing has changed for me. I think we are in this market environment where, there are outperformers, there are underperformers. It's just like having a balanced approach here. I don't want to be turning too bullish here because, again, if the market turns lower, then you need to be able to sort of balance your portfolio accordingly. So, I think I still rather keep the powder dry, just because we're not getting that big broader market rally, just like last year from January to April, markets were great. We had a big direction going. Now, again, if you take a look at overseas markets, you see a similar price action, but not just in the US. Now, looking at our outlook and the possible setups, I have some, I'm going to look at two longs, two sideways, and two shorts. So let's get into it. The first one is Philip Morris. You can see this thing is very nicely here, came off the earnings. We have been kind of consolidating or kind of moving higher from that. So this is, again, moving nicely in this little flag pattern. So I do like it further to the upside here, especially with this little market volatility. This one seems to be unaffected by it. Now, here's another one, the waste management. And you can see that this thing is also, flag pattern, kind of moving higher. Now, when we take a look at some of the sideways play, Home Depot, this is, again, moving between this 432 down for like 383, quite a bit of a range to kind of deal with here. So this is the one that I like on the sideways play, and then the Micron that have it on my list forever, that just continues to be moving in this sideways trade here. Now, as far as the bullish one the bearish one goes, so I have a couple here. PayPal, you can see that this thing, again, in the financial, this thing is more underperforming, making a nice little low base here. So nice little bear rally, or sort of a low base forming here. So like a little better call spread on this one. And then another one that I do like here is Now. You can see Service Now. This thing is already breaking lower. So I like the fact that, while the markets are rallying, this thing is not rallying. And when the market just pull back, this thing is, kind of pulling back. So that's sort of a price action we want to see. So you can see that, like, I have, this is where, until we really get that bullishness in the markets, which I think there's still a lot of hesitation with new administration and how things are going to turn out. And, money's going overseas versus the US. So choose wisely. Now, here we are with the outlook for tomorrow. Well, I think market likely to consolidate here. Not expecting, things to be extremely bullish or bearish. I think we will have some days where, you start off strong and you kind of give up the gains for the rest of the day, or like a day like today where we started off, negative and we just kind of marched up a little bit towards the end of the day. So that's just the market environment we are in. We have the manufacturing and services PMI numbers that's coming out tomorrow. So remember, like last week, we had the retail sales flat, and that caused a move in the market. So I think at this point, as the market stays, with the hesitation, the focus is going to go back into with the economic events or the economic numbers and see how's the economy doing. Now, some earnings tomorrow, but nothing too major here. So again, decent markets. You gotta sort of coast it here and then see where things go, and hopefully we get some more clarity as we kind of finish off the month of February, which the second half of February usually is a little bit negative. But again, I think that's just the market environment we are in. So thanks for joining here. See you in the next update. Have a good evening. Bye bye.